like AI at its essence is the big eye in the sky that ingests unlimited in unimaginably large amounts of data, makes sense of it, and serves it up in terms of lessons to me and advice to me, the SRE or the developer. What is the most important part of AI where it helps make the developer a better developer or the SAE a better SRE?
Sure, and I think at the end of the day, as a former development manager myself, one of the
Uh-huh.
things that you always try to do is encourage your team to develop better code and do it more efficiently with less errors, right?
Right.
So setting up those feedback loops with AI to assist us is key.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, developing code is a human process, right? So we can look at just regular metrics when code was checked into GitHub, when the start of it came into GitHub versus when we pushed it into production. What's the timestamp of that? And we can look at 20 or 30 different features that way, and then see which ones were adopted by our clients. Is there any correlation between ones that we spent months building versus weeks building, right? And start to learn from that. We can look at things like test automation. If we invest more in test automation for a sprint or two, does that actually result in a higher gold signals for us when we're in production? And start to bring in that feedback loop, because at the end of the day, those things are very difficult to do manually and very tedious, right? It's almost toil for the development manager to try to manage his team with manual metrics. So infusing AI and setting up those feedback loops so we can make decisions, learn from them, and quickly move on and continue making decisions that move us in that positive direction.
And Matthias, this also tethers the CI/CD side to the operations side, where you have tentacles into CI/CD and can learn from that.
Exactly. So any anomaly that Mike just described, right, that could represent a risk at deployment time when it comes with a dev, test, build step. All of this is potentially meaningful and can help inform the SRE who is in charge of operating a service and who has the mission to keep that up and running at all times. So any anomaly before you deploy could suggest the root cause of an incident or problem that the SRE needs to solve. But then taking the AI and also incorporating this into analysis that includes other data points like anomalies that sit in logs, whether it's application logs or an infrastructure log, and other data points that are emitted by an application stack, right? All of this becomes input to a triaging activity that the AI can help accelerate and then translate all the data and information that you find there into something that is meaningful and oriented towards the SRE. So bring that to the SRE in a way that the SRE doesn't have to spend time diagnosing what happened and what is causing the issue, but focusing on solving the problem, right? Writing code to solve the problem for good. That's our goal.
Mm-hmm.
And the opportunity.
And this also draws the line back to what Mike said in the beginning about wanting to be the best developer and the best development team I can be. And part of that is also looking at what my code did to those poor production guys.